Grant proposals have a reputation for being unnecessarily complicated and overwhelming. We like to think that ours is as straightforward as possible and designed to make the whole process stress-free, while making sure your proposal is appropriate for consideration. Applications should be concise but provide enough information for our team to be able to assess the merits of the project. This film will help to explain some of the sections of the proposal form, but please read the accompanying prospectus, available to download, which provides advice and important information about the application process. To see if you are eligible, you need to be able to answer yes to 5 simple questions. Detailed definitions are included in our prospectus. The questions are: does your project fit with one of the eligible activities that the fund can support? Are the company's project costs eligible? As a result of the completion of the project or activity, will your company be able to commit to creating new or safeguarding existing jobs? Is your company able to secure the majority of funding for the project or activity from internal or external private sector resources? Is the funding essential for the project to succeed? If you are unable to answer yes to all of these questions, please do not complete the rest of the form, as your application will not be accepted. The next part of the form will demonstrate to us how a grant will enable improvements to your company. Select all of the answers that apply to you. These boxes allow you to demonstrate how a grant will enable something new and additional to be undertaken by your company, over and above what may have already been planned. The next section is about where your company is and who it's owned by, as well as some information about the size of the company and its history. In this part of the form, we also need permission to obtain a credit check to ensure we are investing in sustainable enterprises. Any CCJs need to be declared, but will not automatically rule out your application. We need to know the company's main business, including the relevant SIC code. If you don't already know your code, further information can be found on the Companies House website. Next, tell us about your current employment levels and the estimated employment levels at the start of the project. We need you to fill in details about the project. This includes the name, location and SIC code, if different from the one given earlier. Next, enter the start and end date, bearing in mind we can only accept applications for new projects. In the next box, describe the project as well as the need for and importance of the project. This may be diminishing markets, market opportunity, exports, or any other reason you feel is appropriate, including why you need help to get the project off the ground. Next, enter the types of funding you are applying for by checking the boxes provided. This is also your opportunity to tell us the business rationale for the project. Now enter the amount of funding you are seeking and the eligible project costs. Dividing A by B, then multiplying by 100, must give us a figure equal to, or better still, less than the maximum intervention rate for the eligible activity. This will show us if your proposal works financially. It will greatly increase your chances of a successful application if you apply for a realistic amount. You have a much greater chance if the level of grant is the minimum amount needed to get your project off the ground. This goes back to the main aims of the fund, one of which is to enable private sector investment. Next, there are 2 tables to complete. Please give us details of the total project costs and where funding for them is coming from. Then break down the eligible costs of the project, using the guidance available in the prospectus. The second set of tables asks you to provide details of the jobs created or safeguarded by the project. Please ensure you provide job titles and, especially important, the anticipated salary levels for each job created. A condition of grant funding is that the jobs created remain in place for a minimum of 3 years from the creation of the last employment for SMEs and 5 years for large enterprises. Now let us know how you intend to manage, control and measure the project during delivery. It helps us if we have an understanding of the markets you operate in, who your customers are, who supplies you, and who you are competing with. Finally, we need your declaration and certification. This is simply your promise to us that you answered all of the questions honestly and that all of the key people in the organisation are in good standing. Also, that you are in a position to submit the grant application. Hopefully, this film has helped you understand the grant application process, as well as offer some insight into our aims for the fund. More information is available in the accompanying prospectus, which can be downloaded from this web address.